Hello, and welcome to Teaching Culturally and Linguistically Diverse Students. My name is Dr. Della Perez, and I will be your professor for this course. I am looking forward to working with each of you and getting to learn more about you as our course progresses. Let me go ahead and we're going to move on to a discussion of the course syllabus. Sorry about that jumping around. The course syllabus is centered around the learning community, which we are all learning community even though we are online. There are four main categories with which you'll be graded, in addition to the learning community. That is the conceptual I, personal lens, the conceptual I, educator lens, and the conceptual I, systemic institutional lens. I'll explain what those are in just a moment. And then finally, we'll have a course project titled Change Agents Video Project. So let me jump back up here to our conceptual I. This is actually the framework for our course. We'll begin this semester by looking at the personal lens. This personal lens looks at your own culture and background, helps you get a better look at how your upbringing, your experiences might shape your future instructional practice, particularly when it relates to working with culturally and linguistically diverse students. Then we'll move over here to the CRT educator lens. This is where we'll actually get into specific topics, learn more about how to improve students' learning capacity, apply strategies, and really look at how we can address those negative dominant narratives that sometimes our second language learners or English culturally and linguistically diverse learners experience. Then we'll move over here to our systemic institutional lens. This is where our course project comes in. In our course project, we'll be looking at how issues related to schools, communities, districts, states, even across the globe might impact students' learning and how we can provide the best interactive learning environment for them that is culturally and linguistically diverse. For this book, we will have one book. For this course, we'll have one textbook. It is titled Being the Change. It's been written by Sarah K. Ahmed. She's a great author who will give you a really insightful look at how we can address issues of social justice, communication, and equality within the classroom. The one note I'd like to make about this book is that it is very non-traditional in the sense that it's not going to be a heavy read. It's not going to have all this theory in it, but it's going to give you some very practical and useful examples for your future classroom. Please make sure to buy this book before week 3. If you do not have the book for the journals that you're required to write using the book 1 and 2, I have put a PDF of the chapter in there for you if you don't have the book yet. So let's go ahead and look at that. If you go to your homepage, you're going to see week 1. This is everything we need for the first week's classes. In this week, you'll see our syllabus, which is also on the syllabus tab, and our course schedule, which is also located under the syllabus tab. The chapter sample I told you here that you'll need for Reflection Journal 1 and 2 is located right in week 1. And then there's a journal rubric that we're going to talk about what that means in just a minute. This journal rubric does not apply to Journal 1, but will apply to Journals 2 through 13. So let's take a look at that. For our journals, they're all going to be in the Discussions tab. If you can't find it or forget to go to the Discussions tab, you can also go to the Assignments tab. It'll list the assignment there. So for example, Journal 1, you click on it and it's right there. But let's go ahead and look at Journal 2. And starting with next week, for Journals 2 through 13, you're going to be divided into specific discussion groups. There's going to be an A group and a B group for 1A and 1B, and then 2A and 2B. If you are in the A group, starting next week, you're going to be the one responding to the journal prompt that's listed below. If you're in the B group, you're going to provide a critical peer response to Group A's journals. So if you want to know what group you're in, you're going to go to the Announcements tab, and you will see there the discussion group assignments. So click on that, and you'll see Group 1A, these are the people in it, Group 1B, here's the people in it. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see Group 2A, who's in it, and 2B, who's in it. So make sure you carefully look at what group you're in, and if you're an A or B, so that way you know how to respond to the journal prompts. Every time, if an A responds week 2, then a B will be responding week 3, and we'll be giving feedback vice versa. So hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions about the journals, let me know. One of the things I have included, so I'm going to scroll back up here. One of the things I have included in your course module is a rubric so you know exactly what grade you'll get for journals 2 through 13. And that journal rubric is there. If you click on it, you'll see the rubric. This gives you for both A and B group responses what needs to be done to get full credit, majority credit, partial credit, and minimal credit. So I definitely encourage you to go through and look at that carefully so that you always end up getting that full credit, which I know you guys are all capable of, and I'm looking forward to seeing your journal responses. Those that I've looked at for Journal 1 are great and right on track. So keep up the good work. Let's go back to the home page. I think that's the main information I want to make sure you knew about. Every week, again, go to the modules only to find the information, or to the assignments tab. Don't go to the files because you get confused. There might be old papers in there. I think I made sure I disabled the files tab, but always go to week 1 or to the week you're doing, or to the assignments tab for information on this course. Again, here's the reminder about the critical peer reflections. We'll start those next week. And then I do have one little assignment for you. For today, what I'd like you to do is go ahead and think about what you've read so far in chapter 1. You've already done a journal response to it, picking out signature lines, but I want you to now imagine that you are going into your future classroom and parents are wanting to know what it is that you're going to be teaching in relationship to this book. So you're going to write a parent letter for a back to school night explaining what social comprehension strategies are and why you'll be teaching them in your class this year. So using the information from the book and your own experiences, please go ahead and write just like a less than a page parent letter that kind of explains what this information is and why you're going to be teaching in your classroom. When you're done, you're going to go to the Pages tab, titled Parent Letter, and upload your letter. The 20 points here, will go towards your conceptual eye personal lens assignments. So please make sure to do that. If you have any questions about that, let me know. And I'll be updating you soon on new assignments that are coming up. If we have something before next week, I will definitely let you know. For right now, I will be planning on posting these videos every Wednesday because I want to pull information from content on Tuesdays in the face-to-face class to support what we're learning in our online environment. I will let you know if that becomes a problem or we have an issue with that. I'll try and upload information sooner. But I will be uploading weekly little videos like this covering key information from the course and responding on information that you've shared with me. So thank you so much. And again, welcome to EDCI 414 online. Let's have a great semester.